Hey, it's Tuesday! Look at a calendar once in a while, and in case you need further proof, check out that clock back there. Drew 30. It's always said on Drew 30 in this apartment. Which makes me late to a lot of things. So one of my big goals for this year was to not miss a single week of dull moments. Here it is about a month and a half in, and I have no idea what to do for this video, so I'm just gonna do something that I haven't done in a while and just ramble at your face holes for a little bit. Valentine's Day came and went. How'd that go for you? I made a video giving you some advice. Hopefully you didn't actually heed that advice, and if you did, I'm very sorry. And how's single life treating you? I should really start putting a disclaimer on these videos. Dull Moments is almost 2 years old. Can you believe that ish? About to start the terrible twos. My nephew is 2. He just runs around the house naked all the time. So I feel like he and Dull Moments are kind of on the same level. The Grammys happened. I still remember watching the Grammys and my jammies with my Grammy. If you follow me on Twitter, you realize that that's a recycled joke from a tweet that I made the night of the Grammys. You're welcome. I recycle tweets sometimes. Beck is still a thing. I spent a lot of time thinking about what songs he actually sings. And the only one I could come up with was that one that says, "I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?" Well, Beck, you were not a loser on Grammy night. You were a winner. But seriously, has anybody listened to this album? Does anybody know about this thing? Kanye was there doing Kanye things. I'm sorry, I know a lot of you don't like him, but God, I love him. Yeah, he's an asshole, but the beauty of it is that he knows he's an asshole. My lighting just changed. This is why I don't use the sun for my lighting source. He's become a caricature of himself, I feel like. Just seeing how far he can take his assholeness. I think his move to run up on stage when Beck was announced as the winner was a very self-aware thing for him to do. I honestly think he was poking a little bit of fun at himself in that situation. But obviously no one else felt that way. What are you gonna do? Moving on, I've been listening to music lately. I have. I discovered a new artist, Lights in Motion. I don't know what his real name is. I think he's Swedish though, or Swiss. One of those two. There are not lyrics to his music, which will probably scare a lot of you off. But it is epically fantastic to listen to, especially when you need to like focus. If you just need background music, this is perfect. They remind me a lot of Explosions in the Sky, who are also a non-lyric band. I feel like there's probably a genre there, but I don't know what it is. I think his music is awesome. You know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like I'm traveling by train across Europe and on the verge of meeting the love of my life. No. It makes me feel like I'm lying on the dew-covered grass, staring up at the night sky. Clouds roll in. I'm just trying to get a glimpse of the stars in between the intermittent clouds. No, it makes me feel like if all the lights in the world were to simultaneously go on at the same time and then just as quickly go back out, only to be replaced by a million fireflies. Whoa, what happened? I think I blacked out. Lights and Motion. Treat your ear holes. Hey, has anyone heard from Just in Time? About Yay High? Has hair with the shirts. I'm starting to get a little worried about him. Alright, that's it. I'm going to stop rambling at your faces now because I've run out of rambling. If you would, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And don't be shy. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video or what you want to see in a future episode of Dull Moments. That would be cool. And maybe I'll do it and then I'll give you a little shout out. And then you'll be just as famous as I am, which is not very famous, but still, you know, right? Huh? If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, I want more subscribers. I want thousands and or millions. Numbers mean very little to me. I don't understand numbers. But remember, every time I gain a subscriber, this little kid gets super excited and does this dance.